Have you caught your breath yet? As we take a look at our Vlasic Pickles mixed doubles bracket, Christine Maddox, Max Manthout knocking off the top seed of Will Howells in Bobby Oshiro in an electric 3-game semi. Who's going to be meeting them there, and how do you follow that one up? The 2-seed Megan Fudge, Jack Munro, the favorites coming into the semi against the pairing of Sofia Seving and Casey Diamond. But do not sleep on Seving and Diamond. They have a lot of good qualities that could potentially cause some problems.
Yeah, I saw them after their match in the quarterfinal, and I was kind of keeping an eye on it from the players' court, watching that one, and they play clean. Like, they didn't make many mistakes. I probably count on one hand how many mistakes they made in the 2 games, and they won handily, like 11-4, 11-5. And so if they can play that clean, they're going to have to against a team like Megan Fudge and Jack Munro, who play such good defense. They get everything back. And so, again, they're going to have to continue that role here in this match.
I'm going to go a step further, though. Yes, great, you play clean. You're going to have to, but how do you score against a team that plays defense so well?
And I was actually going to answer that one because we're just, we're on the same wavelength.
Oh, that is terrifying. But yes, go ahead.
I think Seving needs to go behind Fudge a few times, either with a speed up or a more aggressive role, trying to pull her out. And then an area that we have seen Fudge and Munro susceptible is that middle ball. Munro does such a good job in countering and playing defense. You almost have to take Fudge out of the middle. Yikes.
That's not the way to do it.
So there was a key. So I saw it was Mark Dancourt and Alexa Schull play Megan Fudge and Jack Munro early on the player court.
It wasn't Mark Dancourt, though.
Or it was... yes, it was. It was Mark Dancourt.
No, Mark Dancourt was playing with Riley. Yes.
So 2 quick points to start.
Continue. I'll get you.
Alexa was playing with...
Was she playing with Randy Blanco?
Yes.
Randy Blanco. Same thing. Almost getting that back. But the key was Alexa, they put her on the left.
Yeah.
And they went cross court, right? So instead of going straight up.
Yeah, it was 12-10 in the third over there.
Yes.
I mean, 12-10 in the second after they lost the first 11-2.
Yep.
When they put Schull on the left. Ooh, that's in the vicinity. I thought that was staying in, but it was way out.
Lands well out, side out.
Munro trying to sell it. Good.
Well, but in that situation there, though, yeah, you might as well say good because you're gonna, if it does land in, you're gonna see Seving and Diamond's back. So that was where we talked about it with Manthout and Maddox, that they put the ball back deep. Howells lets it bounce, but they're still standing back at the baseline.
Yep.
Seving a little short on the cross-court dink. Second serve on the way.
1-2-2.
Oh, he was there. He read it. Good talk between Fudge and Munro right there.
2-all.
2-2-2.
Ooh. Closer than it looked off the paddle. At least to me.
That's a third serve that I've seen Munro miss in that same spot where he's really, trying to crank up the back of it, add a lot of spin plus pace, but just catching too much to the top of it.
Oh, wow. Talk about getting on top of it right there. But, Chad, I had that conversation with Jack a couple weeks ago. We were in the Cayman Islands and talking about, I was just joking with him going, you be a big grunt for,
not having a whole lot of pace.
Not a lot of pace. And he said it's something, he's looking to do a little more. And I think that's what he's getting right now, right? Today I've seen him serving. He's serving a lot harder. I think you're going to give a little. You're going to give a little and have a little couple more mistakes. Get a lot more. And I don't mind it. You don't give up any points. I love the crowd today.
They are in it.
Yes, she can speed that up, but it's got to be a slower roll, elevated, kind of directly over the head of Fudge, or just right at the top of her hat. Very difficult to keep it in with that much pace. Oh, just sitting on it.
Yep. Cannot elevate that ball to Jack Munro in that spot.
Like Fudge and Munro, they play such good defense, but Munro does a better job of countering off.
Well, it's his anticipation.
Right, and so if you're going to do that, I'd say you're going to have to try and go at Megan Fudge with that, and hopefully she just blocks it.
Oh, goodness.
Fudge is still apologizing.
Yeah,
that was a good spot.
It's a great spot.
Good spot. Return from Diamond.
Yeah. Nice roll. Gets it to the forehand or the backhand side of. Is there a backhand forehand?
No, that was
Munro. It was just right-handed forehand. Let's call it that.
Well, you went to go with the right-handed forehand.
Another missed serve there from Munro, side out. And talking about working that into your game, it's not going to be a direct insert in terms of when you're working on a new skill or a new technique.
Yeah, and he can always revert back as well.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? When you can do stuff like that, you're fine.
Yeah, you can't go there. Maybe it's a new haircut, too, for Munro.
It is a little bit shorter, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah. He cut about 2 pounds of hair off.
I think he gave it all to Will Howells because Howells has got the flow going. Nice Ernie there from Munro to force the side out.
Oh, stop going at him with putaways.
Get it away from Munro. The hands, the anticipation too good. Seving splits the feet of Fudge right there.
That is a ball that Jack Munro does not miss very often.
He told everybody about it, too. That was great.
Seving smartly lets it go. Point. Stay within one.
Good adjustment from Diamond with where he's putting that ball away.
Yeah, and Fudge kind of just got stuck a little bit there on that drop. She didn't give herself any space, and so that caused the pop-up.
Oh,
it's a little flat.
Yeah, she's got it.
Half a step creates less of the extension, so now you can roll it. If you fully extended, the only thing that happens is it comes flat.
Oh,
that lob landed in. Wow.
4 apiece here in the opening game. Seving and Diamond standing strong. Munro able to beat Seving to force the side out.
So good movement from Fudge. She slides into the forehand. Here's the thing, when she does that, and you see her do that a lot when she's on that left-hand side, Seving's got to go into her. Almost like
follow the slide.
Yeah, almost like she's going to hit it out of bounds, because then you're hitting it into the body.
Well, follow the slide and then get her to switch to the backhand slide and clear once you go down the line, and then you can keep just following that slide each time. That ball's just wide.
Mm-hmm.
Munro telling himself just calm down right there. Focus back in.
4-5-1.
Oh, nice get.
Oh,
nice get
way
there
to
from
stay in it there from Seving.
Yeah, that's tough right there, too. And then Munro trying to make something happen. That ball's so tight to the net, and it didn't come up high enough.
Just bump that one back over.
Yeah, have to.
5-5-1. Second serve.
Oh, wild return.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh, it's
that was
out. Sorry.
5-5-2.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I
didn't realize you didn't
Wild
see the sub,
surprise, no.
the sub wide. Good attack there. Each time getting on top. I mean, Munro anticipating it again, but if Seving and Diamond are getting on top of that attack, it doesn't matter if
6-5-2.
Munro is able to counter it, because what happened right there.
Oh, man,
Another
you give that
missed
back.
serve. Seving and Diamond, though, able to take the lead on their service side. 6-5. First time they've led in the match.
If you're wondering what that sound is of like 1,000 bees, we got a drone over the top of us right now.
5-6-1.
I'm going to laugh if people at home can't hear it.
Oh, wow. I'm going crazy with it right now. I can hear it in my headset, so therefore you can hear it on the court mics.
Well, considering how loud you keep your headset, I'm shocked you can hear it.
What?
Well played.
Point.
Diamond
showing
looking
off
up
his
at
soccer
it.
skills.
Yeah, Diamond looking up at the drone right now, too.
6-6-1.
Oh,
Yeah, just, again, we can't go there. If we go there, you're going to run into trouble. I know he's right there, and I know it looks like he's attackable,
7-6-1.
but Jack Munro is not attackable
But he's not.
right now. He's made one mistake from up there.
oh, goodness. Right through the middle for the winner. It's 8-6 for the 2 seeds.
Yeah, I don't think I would stay in a cross-court dink with Munro if I'm Seving right there.
Timeout taken by Seving and Diamond as Fudge and Munro have quickly regained the lead. And you're talking about not going there on Jack Munro. Where should they be going instead?
You've got to go to Megan. You have to try, and Megan plays great defense too. But here's the thing: is that it's Megan's blocking that playing defense. Munro's turning it into
countering.
offense. He's countering, so he's coming back at you harder than you come at him. So you've got to try and fight. And the only way you're going to do that right now is if you can go through Megan. Hopefully she'll make a mistake, pop a ball up on a reset. But Jack Munro right now is too hot. He's feeling he's only made one mistake for real on a attack where he's under attack. So you got to find a different spot right there.
15 seconds. Timeouts remaining. Receivers 1, servers 2.
They're really going against Fudge and Munro. It's pick your poison.
True.
It's Seving and Diamond doing a nice job staying in this opening game. We saw Fudge and Munro absolutely run through Eric Lang and Emily Cedarquist, making quick work of them.
Yes.
Coming out of the timeout, it will be 8-6-1.
Yes, right there. Time in. 8-6-1.
Yeah, that's a better spot there from Seving rather than going cross-court. Picking up that left foot there of Jack Munro. The ball gets behind him a little bit, ends up popping it up.
8-6-2.
Too much off of the paddle of Diamond.
Nine, 6-2. Set out. 6-9-1.
Got it.
Sorry, I'm not sorry into the hip.
If she doesn't clip the tape, it comes back harder because he's on it and it just clips the tape.
7-9-1.
Good hands again from Fudge. Second serve.
Follow the slide.
7-9-2.
Off of the right hip of Diamond to force the side out.
Perfect execution there from Fudge and Munro. That attack's probably half the speed that Diamond and Seving are attacking, but it's all about the spots.
Seving puts the overhead away. Second serve.
Much better patience there. Diamond just took those balls off the bounce. Fudge didn't come up. He kept her back. Eventually got a high ball. Seving puts it away.
9-7-2.
That's great. That's a huge hold right there on a service game there for Seving and Diamond. Now got to get to work here.
7-9-1.
Oh, you cannot miss that third.
No, when you're trying to close the distance.
7-9-2.
And talk about that, right? Missed opportunities, right? Where is it? When Alexa and Randy were playing Megan and Jack, they were up 10-7-2. And Randy missed a backhand flick through the middle by 2 inches. and then gave up 5 straight points to lose game 2.
Yikes.
So again, it's that you're exactly right. Take advantage of those situations
Second serve.
when you have them. If you don't against a team that's not good, look what happens, right?
Right.
They rattle off 5 straight, and then you're done.
Yeah.
9-7-2.
Good teams find a way to make you pay. Good spot on Fudge, right into the right hip.
She hit into it, right? She hits into that slide that Chad and I have been begging her to do.
So back-to-back service sides for Fudge and Munro where they've been held. Does it so well.
But honestly, if you're going to drive right there, drive down the line behind Munro. Take him away from the middle of the court.
Yep. Oh.
Right through the middle.
Well, much
hole.
better job by Casey Diamond just staying planted instead of jumping or getting too chaotic. And all he does is punch that right back through the middle.
But also, Seving moved the ball around a little bit more. She went behind Munro, went middle, went out wide. So then he kind of got impatient and sped up from a bad position.
Oh, what a sequence by Seving and Diamond waiting to pick the right ball. Nine all.
Head on the game, reset the frequency.
You guys are talking up in VIP. They're having fun up there today. Chad and I walked through them to go get something to drink. They were having a blast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in.
Oh.
Oh.
Seving and Diamond, the first to 10. It's a game point.
Much better job from Seving and Diamond moving that ball around, like you said, Chad. Staying on their feet, being aggressive when they need to. They're not being premature with their speed ups. And look at where we're at.
Timeout taken here by Fudge and Munro. And if you are Diamond and Seving, as you just referenced in the Scholl and Blanco match, you have to take advantage of this. You feel like this may be the only chance that you get. How would you like to see them construct this point so they can close the door on the opening game?
Are they on 2?
Yes, they are.
Right here? Okay, so eerily similar, but that was game 2, right? But 10-9-2 here. If you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it right here. If you give them the serve back, they're too good of a team.
But I'm saying, what should the opportunity look like for Seving and Diamond?
It's that ball movement, right, that we talked about where Chad said it moved. We went sideline to middle to sideline. It's moved them all across the court. Diamond was there in the middle, put that ball away. So, again, continue to move the ball around. Find the holes. Don't be overly aggressive if you don't have to, but look for the spot where you can be. So much easier said
than done.
Yeah, it always
It's
is.
got to be executed, right?
That's why we're up here talking about it, not executing it.
Because we can talk about it very well.
I mean, the game is so much easier when you're watching it from the sideline.
Correct.
10-9-2.
Oh, gets the net cord.
And you can see the
Love
frustration
right
from
there.
Seving.
All right, you have to let that go right here, and you have to refocus.
9-10-1.
Oh,
And another unfavorable net cord right there for Seving.
10 all.
2 net cords that don't go their way.
10-10-1.
Oh, that was almost 3.
And they got one. Are you serious? The last 3 points have been determined by net court.
Yeah.
10-10-2.
Oh,
nice
Diamond
recovery.
stepping across.
Great move
Broken
from
play.
Diamond. Stepping across, like you just said, Dorian, taking that ball in front of Seving. A new ball game here, though.
10-1.
Seving called you and took it. Uh-oh, 2 opportunities here now.
So this will be game point number 2.
11-10-1.
Diamond let the ATP develop. They trailed by 3 midway through the opening game. Come all the way back to take it 12-10. Seving and Diamond working on an upset here on championship court.
This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for. People ready to ride.
16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Now it's not the time to give up or to give in. I won't allow it. You won't allow it. I mean, the couch doesn't own you. You own you. Am I right? Of course I'm right. You can do this. Well, maybe not this. But you get the idea, right? Don't be a couch potato.
Find a doctor at you'llbeback.com. Arnold says, do it now.
When you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The APP is sponsored by USA Pickleball, official sanctioning body of the APP Tour. Franklin, official ball of the APP Tour. And Aura Organic, rooted in science, powered by nature. A great crowd here on Championship Court, and you want to make sure that you are packing the stands to see the great action at the APP Great Lakes Open coming up next in August. You can register now. Go to the app.global for more information on that tournament and any of the fantastic tournaments we have left on the schedule. Missed third for Munro to open up game number 2.
Nice spot there from Diamond. But again, it's the ball movement too. Pinching middle, going back out wide. Munro is kind of not able to really control the ball movement now, so he's just holding on.
Oh, great pick.
Oh, she's on that one too?
Can't believe she didn't get it back.
She didn't miss-hit it. She just didn't hit it high enough. Hit down on it.
1-0-2.
into the right hip. Diamond and Seving have come out strong to start game number 2.
Well, that's the second ball right there that Diamond has got Fudge. She's trying to slide to the left to clear the forehand, and he's going out wide to that left hip.
Little smile on Diamond's face.
Diamond's in there to transition, just trying to dig that ball out and reset it. He almost has that third one.
0-2-1.
Ooh, she looked up right before making contact. Seving was going to take that one cross court.
1-2-1.
Not enough shape on it from Diamond. 2 apiece.
I think there was just a little hesitation there on how hard Diamond was going to go with that fourth.
2-2-1.
Jack Munro starting to heat up now.
3-2-1.
Oh, that's my
Another
bad.
miss
I'm
serve.
sorry, Jack. I apologize.
Same guy.
3-2-2.
That's the second one where Diamond just he's kind of stood up and just been a little too relaxed with that roll.
UTR has unveiled the official pickleball rating system of USA Pickleball and the APP. Want to get your rating and don't know where to start? Let us show you how.
First, go to utrsports.net and select Join. After entering your email, password, and information about yourself, you will be asked your preference of pickleball or tennis content, or both. Next, you will be asked a few questions about your pickleball experience, the amount you play, your experience level, and your USA Pickleball rating to determine an estimated UTRP rating. You will then be given an estimated UTRP pickleball rating, and that is only the beginning. Find and play both recreationally and competitively near you. Sign up today at utrsports.net.
Back to action here on Championship Court. Megan Fudge and Jack Munro up 2 but trailing a game after Casey Diamond and Sofia Seving hung in to take the opening frame, 12-10. Goodness.
No! Munro went all body right there.
Well, he was committed. Sat out.
Two, 4-1. Second serve.
It's a little too tight to the body there on that last forehand for Seving. See, she quickly comes up the back of it.
Good lob right there from Munro. Good spot.
I mean, this feels very much like game number 1. It took Seving and Diamond a while to find their rhythm.
4-2-1.
ATP for the winner from Munro. It's 5-2 in favor of the 2 seeds. We've already seen the top seed go out of the mixed doubles draw in a thrilling 3-game match.
This one's shaping up very very similar to going to 3 right here after Fudge and Munro coming out hot here in game 2.
Seven wasn't ready for the counter attack right there.
6-2-1. Second serve, just back.
Second serve on the way.
You see, Riley threw up his hand straight away and said, yes, it was out.
He's back there on that line. Why?
Oh, goodness, what a point.
She was all over it, too, but just doesn't get any shape on it.
Well, they got away with one in the middle of that point as well, where Diamond just lackadaisically flicked that backhand. Somehow they stayed back in the point.
Second timeout taken. That is the second and final timeout for Seving and Diamond.
What was it? It was that point. It was early. There was probably 40 shots in that point. But it was early on, and I said, why?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was Diamond.
I think that was the return.
It was Diamond up at the kitchen line, just rolling the ball back to Jack instead of hitting,
instead of being
going
aggressive
hard,
on the fourth.
right? And it put him in a bad situation. It put him in a bad spot. Attacks need to go at Megan Fudge. Again, it's nothing like saying she's weak. She's going to play great defense. More than likely, she's going to get it back over.
But she counters less
correct
than Munro does.
Yeah.
She resets more.
At this point, and you never want to give in a game, but trailing by 5 here in game number 2, are you looking to take this in 2, or are you trying to find something that you can carry into 3?
Oh, at this point, you still want to try and close it out in 2. Right, yes, it's 5 points, but they're also 4 points away as well. So you've still got, a little bit of time to make up the difference right here.
Fudge and Munro are on second serve.
No.
So they get a missed third, so a side out. That was the first step.
Yeah, I mean you get two points right here, and in reality you're right back in it.
And they trailed 6-9 in the opening game. Good spot from Fudge behind Diamond.
So that's where I think Diamond takes that ball and speeds it up at the left hip of Fudge. He did it the first couple of points here in game 2. Hasn't done it since. He kind of just flicked it back middle.
That's not going to work against Jack Munro.
Just punches that Ernie down cross court. Hard angle.
Yeah,
winner through the middle, 8-2. What a role reversal here in the second game.
An excellent spot here from Munro, but right now Munro and Fudge are being the more aggressive team. Diamond and Seven kind of came into this one. They were, being a little bit more aggressive. They were playing aggressive toward the end of game 1 that got them the win, and now, all of a sudden it's
very tentative.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
They were up 2-0 in this game.
Yeah, because Diamond flicked 2 balls into the left hip of Fudge.
Right.
And it hasn't done it since.
As a player, do you get into that headspace of this is what worked, we don't want to deviate from it?
But they deviated. They deviated from what was working, though.
But like, do you understand? Like sometimes, like you get so focused on what you were doing that, like, you can't deviate even when it's not working again. Does that make any sense? Just from your face, I say no. Fine.
So somehow they deviated away from what was working.
By trying to be too perfect.
Obviously, I don't think it was. You know, I think it was subconscious as far as that, because they got a lot more tentative. They got back on the heels. They went back to a slower pace, and I don't think they're in a position where you can kind of say, hey, you know, let's not make a mistake right now, where you do become tentative. That's better.
Yeah. It's a good attack right there from Diamond off the bounce.
Some extra conversation going on before the serve. 3-9-2.
No, across the plane. 7 crossed the plane of the net. So if she makes contact, crosses the plane of the net, totally fine. Because she did not make contact there, cross the plane of the net, it's a fault. We did see it in the quarterfinal
with Andre Millett.
With Andre Millett, he hit an Ernie. Made contact, crossed the plane, fine. He stood there and hit the next ball from there. Not fine, because he was still...
That was on match point, too.
Yes, it was. On an out ball. Didn't even need to hit it.
Oh, jeez. So
Speaking
awkward.
of out balls.
Why? What in the... I don't understand that right there. 7's got a ball she's got up, and she goes cross court at Jack Munro right there. Why? Just go straight ahead.
Too strong off the paddle of Diamond. The first semifinal went to 3. Why not this one? We are going the distance here in our second mixed doubles semifinal.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Welcome back. Game 3. One game left to decide the final spot on Championship Sunday. This one has been a very different story from game to game. Seving and Diamond took the opening 12-10 before Fudge and Munro flipped the script, running off game number 2 11-3.
Yeah, good spot there from Munro. Going in that right hip of Diamond.
0-0-1.
Seving coming up short as Fudge Munro, the first on the board.
1-0-1. Second serve.
A little frustration there from Munro.
I see Mom and Dad in the stands. They've been here all morning. Came and said hi in the players' court earlier. Jack's mom and dad.
Whole reason why Munro started playing pickleball. Had an elbow injury, went and played pickleball with his dad.
0-1-1. Second serve. 0-1-2.
Just long.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
1-1-2.
Oh, good hands from Fudge initially on that speed up. But then the miss hit on the dink and gives Seving and Diamond the early lead.
2-1-2.
Oh, Diamond again, letting that ATP develop. The patient on that was the key.
It was same spot he did it earlier in game 1. He does it right here in game number 3 to start. That's a big point right here.
He did that on game point in the opening game.
Yep.
Timeout receivers.
And timeout taken here by Fudge and Munro. Shades of the opening game.
1 second server, Dorian?
Yes.
Second server here, so calling that timeout early before the end change at 6. I don't mind it. Don't want to get too far behind. Call it early enough.
Is this closer, the 3 points that we've seen Seving and Diamond play already here in this third game, is that closer to what we saw from them in the first?
Similar to a point. There's a Megan Fudge error on a dink.
Yep.
Then it was a wide dink from Megan Fudge that gives Diamond the ATP. They capitalize on a couple of those, but in game 1 it was more them looking to attack the right points.
I didn't phrase correctly. In terms of being more aggressive and not being tentative.
Yes. Yeah. They look relaxed again. That's what a game. Okay, 11-3. Memory of a goldfish. Let it go. Let's get back into game 3. 0-0 to start.
It'll be 3-1-2 coming out of the timeout. Winner of this one moves on to take on Christine Maddox and Max Manthau, who knocked out Will Howes and Bobby Oshiro in 3 games in the first semifinal.
Time in. 3-1-2.
That's out.
Just not hitting into it right there again. You hate it because what you want Seving to do is hit the ball technically out of bounds.
Yeah, it's following the body, and it's hitting a spot essentially where Fudge can't get out of the way of it.
That came out flat off the backhand flick.
Well, trying to make up for the mistake on the previous point right there, and a little frustration.
2-3-1.
Ooh. Oh, that was a tough ball.
Oh.
Seving hit an out ball, then Munro hit an out ball.
And the result is 3-all first serve. Not the right ball to pull the trigger. Timeout taken by Seving and Diamond. So both teams burning a timeout before the end change.
Yeah, again, using it wisely.
It's a 3-4.
Right now.
You know, if it was 5, then we get a different issue.
You want 5-all again?
5-all burn 2 timeouts. What are you doing?
Oh, goodness.
Ultimately, errors are always in the conversation. Cleanliness is always in the conversation. But what is this one?
I think in this one, it's being passive. Neither team can really afford to be passive right now. What we've seen more so is that Diamond and Seving, after taking game 1, they started off game 2. They were aggressive. They became passive. At the end of game 1, it was Fudge and Munro that became a little bit more passive as well. So I think there needs to be not a sense of urgency, but a sense of
controlled aggression.
Yeah, a little bit of chaos. Increase in intensity, which is kind of difficult right now because we're going on quick math. We're going on 10 hours. These almost 10 hours that they've been out here at the courts.
Can we talk about the perfect reset by Jack Munro on a completely ripped overhead by Casey Diamond? About
like it was nothing.
30 shots ago.
I can't overrule that.
What?
Ball on the court was out.
Yeah, no, but the second referee, he made a hand gesture that it was in.
Yeah.
Oh, he made it!
Goodness.
Oh. Wow!
Are you was
he
that
had to run underneath it.
Munro had to duck it because he was still in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness!
Wow! Had to run underneath the ball.
Wow!
What a dig from Seving.
Oh my goodness! Well, if you wanted a play to give you some juice, that might have been it.
3-5-1.
Same spot.
Munro's hitting that spot every
Diamond either needs to slide with that ball, or he needs to slide to the left, clear the forehand.
Because look at him right there on the replay, just stand still.
Flat-footed, trying to just do it with the hand.
And then a missed third from Seven compounds the issue, so they get the great defensive play to force the side out, cannot consolidate. And the serve back over to Fudge and Munro.
5-3-1.
Pass Munro with the backhand flick.
But again, these overheads, when you go straight back to the baseline, these players are going to get the ball back. You have to hit your angles. Is that what I heard in my ear?
Yep.
The whisper?
Yep. Because if I know it, they should know it.
Well, Dorian doesn't like to hit angles on her overhead either. She just...
I like to hit people, as that one stands for. We head into the end change with Fudge and Munro leading 6-3-2. It feels, though, very much like Seving and Diamond still in this, but they have to find a way to start to string together some points.
And I hate saying it, but this point right here is crucial.
Especially with second serve.
Yeah, if you can hold here and then, you know, chip away, get one or two. But if you don't hold here, give up another point. They've already scored on the end change quickly. You're flirting with disaster.
No need to make it harder on yourself than it already is.
No.
Well, what's the biggest adjustment? We've talked, you know, at length about what Seving and Diamond have done, mostly because Fudge and Munro were so heavily favored coming into this matchup. But what have Fudge and Munro done better in Game 2 and here in Game 3 that has put them on the front foot towards closing the door?
Well, I think they've chosen the right spots to be aggressive. When they have attacked, it's been elevated. Munro, you know, has had a couple of very good attacks on Diamond. It's been elevated toward that right shoulder. Caught him flat-footed. Fudge has switched up the way that she's sliding. She's now slid to the right a couple of times. She's countered with a backhand. So they're right now, Fudge and Munro have made better adjustments than Diamond and Seving.
Good job by Diamond there to hang on. So they forced the side out, which was the first step.
Correct. Step one, complete.
3-6-1.
Step two, complete.
4-6-2.
So, I mean, that's not a bad situation there for Diamond to be aggressive on. However, when he's attacking from back behind his hip from down low, super difficult to try to keep the ball in the court.
Oh, going out. That ball's going out for sure, and you don't see Munro play that ball very often.
I don't think he was expecting the one hand backhand flick there from Seving.
So 5-6-2.
5-6-2.
It's just not.
No. I've heard you say it enough that I know.
Well, it wasn't a full speed up to start with, and then.
Well, I mean, where does that need to go instead?
Anywhere right to Munro's backhand. I mean, even that's a better spot right there. But if you think about the two speed ups that Diamond got on Munro, it was elevated above the left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That last speed up, he went direct mid chest. You're not going to beat Jack on a speed up directly into his body at that spot. Oh, nice block.
Seven able to get on top, puts it away, forces the side out, so a good defensive stand.
Let's circle that one right there, Dorian. That would have given him 7-5 lead and serve still in hand. Great defense by Diamond on the ATP. Gets the side out.
Oh.
Oh, Munro sends it long. We're tied at 6.
I'm still loving the crowd.
That is surprising right there, though. 7 catches Munro flat-footed. He's back on the heels. The paddle goes back behind the body.
Seven beats Munro once again as they are out in front for the first time since it was 3-2.
That was dangerous right there because Munro backed up about 4 feet and then pulled the trigger. You're not going to see him do that very often because it's not the right decision in that moment.
7-6-1.
Oh, no.
Oh, a missed return immediately sends them to a timeout.
Yeah, this is the first time in a long time I've seen Jack Munro this visibly frustrated.
Well, I think you've seen shades of it up until this point. The serve, as he continues to work on putting more power on it, has been a frustrating. You heard him audibly frustrated after he missed the last serve, and it feels like it's been building.
Yes, it's been building, and now he's almost letting it out right now, and it's a great timeout. It's a must timeout right here.
And realistically, as good as Fudge and Munro have been, and they have been excellent over the course of this season, they haven't really been pushed by anyone, with the exception of perhaps Howells and Oshiro. I mean, they have been consistently in championship Sundays, in medal matches.
Well, and especially how they looked in the quarterfinal
oh my goodness,
as well.
They were lights out.
Came out like a well-oiled machine, knew exactly where each other were going to be.
I mean, they gave up 3 total points in that match. It was 1 and 2. So still first serve coming out of the timeout. It's 8-6-1.
Time in. 8-6-1.
Big third drive from Diamond results in an error, 3-point lead. Who's there more pressure on right now, Seving and Diamond to try and close it out, or Fudge and Munro?
Munro and Fudge.
Yeah, Diamond and Seving. You play loose, you don't have nothing to lose here.
Oh, Fudge can't make the pickup.
Tight.
It is match point. points to end it. Sofia 7 and Casey Diamond into Championship Sunday, their first ever as a duo. They are moving on for a chance at a gold medal.
Don't worry.
See ya, hun. Dad, let's fix that knee.
I'll make an appointment.
For more natural feel and a faster recovery, we're going to use Rosa Robotics and Persona, the personalized knee.
Remember your exercises, Dad. Looking like yourself again.
Feeling like it too.
Are you ready to meet your grandpa?
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
"16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need.
Sofia 7 and Casey Diamond, Chad. How do they get it done here?
Well, 2 for 2 on upsets here. Diamond and 7 much more aggressive down the track. And they're moving into their first championship Sunday here in Newport Beach. They'll join us courtside with Dorian Kraft and Al Franklin post-match interview.
Sofia, Casey, congratulations. Moving on to Championship Sunday. What a match. We got to talk to you earlier, first semifinal as a pairing, now your first championship as a pairing. What's your assessment of how you guys played today as a whole?
Oh, I think we really played well the entire day. I think our energy, our positivity was really good. I think we were communicating as a team. We were very confident coming in this tournament. We've been practicing really hard, and I think we just implemented it today, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Don't worry, you've been out here a long time. No one's the grammar police. Casey, you guys ran off 8 straight points there at the end of game number 3 to take it after they took that 6-3 lead. In between points, we could hear you guys talking, the communication, how positive it was. What were you saying to each other back and forth as you got closer and closer to the finish line?
Yeah, I think just sticking to the plan. I mean, we came into this match with a plan. We played them a couple times, and they've beaten us. So it was nice to go back and watch those matches and kind of make adjustments. And I think at the end there, we just kept trying to stick to the plan.
You talked about how well you guys played today over as a whole. What's the one thing that you want to carry over most into your championship match against Max and Christine?
I think our consistency has been great. Honestly, this match is probably the most errors we made today, but that was thanks to them. Honestly, they played great, and yeah, I think just our consistency and great confidence, great energy going into Sunday.
Doesn't matter how you win, it just matters that you won. You guys did, and you are moving on to your very first championship Sunday in mixed doubles. Congratulations, guys. Chad, Dom, back to you guys.
Well, what a matchup we're going to have. Not one we were expecting, Chad, but it is going to be a lot of fun. Sofia 7, Casey Diamond, Christine Maddox, and Max Manthau.
I mean, we had upsets yesterday, so why not continue the trend today? Maddox and Manthau played phenomenal in their semifinal. Came out, were aggressive, put pressure on. Watch for that tomorrow. 7 and Diamond, they had a little bit of a stumble at times where they got a little lazy, but they stepped it up and really put the pressure on. That should be a very interesting final.